welcome to another exciting episode of City Vibes Metro. As we are heading through the month of February, we are surrounding ourselves with colorful hearts and expressions of love. In tonight's show, we will be exploring our own hearts, starting with Dr. Craig Hokanson, a chiropractor and nutritional specialist in our health and fitness segment. And then we will show you how to get your blood racing and shake your booty for a flat belly with Zumba core specialist Lena Shagru in our style and fashion segment. And then in our vibe segment, we will talk about 3 steps to a better relationship with relationship psychologist Mark Mariner. We would also like to thank our corporate sponsor, Commerce Bank. So stay tuned and we'll be right back in a heartbeat. Welcome back, and now I have the great pleasure of introducing Dr. Craig Hokanson, who is a nutritional chiropractor. So how are you, Craig?
Excellent. Thanks for having me on your show.
Great. Now tell us a little bit about what a nutritional chiropractor is first.
My degree is in chiropractic, and I also studied a lot of nutrition. Spent a lot of time in seminars and really specializing. It's more of my passion with the nutrition work. And I developed, not personally developed, but I've studied systems that can test. And it's a way of testing each reflex of the body, because every organ has a reflex. So with those reflexes, they either work or they don't work. And that is indicated by what I use as a muscle test. So we can test the arm strength or the muscle test of a body and determine if that reflex is either active or not active.
And in that way you can sort of tell, because I had the test done, and I have to tell you it's really amusing. It's great though, and you can tell if there's a possibility that there's some nutritional, something missing in me nutritionally.
It's more of an indicator. And then of course there's a history and then there's a lab test that can be done as well. But it's more of an indicator just to determine the ballpark of where we want to go with this.
Great. Now today, specifically, you're going to talk about demystifying vitamin C and maybe harnessing its value into our system and our well-being. So why don't you tell our viewers a little bit about vitamin C? Absolutely.
It's probably the most misunderstood vitamin out there. Vitamin C, as you see it today, is ascorbic acid, and it's actually manufactured and synthesized chemically. It's actually made from sugar, ascorbic acid. So
my vitamin C, which is my sunshine vitamin, is synthesized. So how do we know when we go to a store if we're buying the true vitamin C, other than drinking orange juice?
It has to be made from a whole food substance. You'll look in the back of the labels and you can read the labels of different vitamins. And if it says ascorbic acid, that's just the synthesized portion of it. Oh. It all started back when the Nobel Prize winner founded ascorbic acid as vitamin C. And because of the lack of equipment and scientific technology, he determined it was ascorbic acid, but later retracted that statement. But the FDA already had the information and didn't want to hear it. So ascorbic acid is what they called vitamin C.
But it's really not vitamin C.
It's not.
You heard it here on City Vibes Metro. Ascorbic acid is not vitamin C.
It's only the portion of it's an outer. Think of like an egg. You have a shell, you have the egg white, and then you have the egg yolk. There's different parts. The shell kind of protects the inner parts, and that's the same with ascorbic acid. Ascorbic acid is actually the outer shell of vitamin C. There's phytonutrients that are in there. There's F or J factors, K factors, P factors. There's also an enzyme called tyrosinase. That's actually a derivative of copper and an adrenal activator.
Wow.
So you have all these different products that are in vitamin C.
I have a question for you.
Sure.
Now, vitamin C, I mean, I know when I'm starting to feel run down, I just pump up the vitamin C. Is this a myth, or is it a fact that it really does help your immune system?
Well, let's look at ascorbic acid. The organic structure is actually very similar to that of sugar. It is actually made from sugar. That's how they synthesize ascorbic acid today. If you take too much ascorbic acid in that synthesized form, it can actually affect your blood sugar. So if a person is insulin resistant or has any type of sugar handling issues, but overdosing on that or taking too much can actually affect your blood sugar and actually do the opposite. The J factors and the P factors that are found in the true whole food vitamin C is what can actually help with colds. It can actually help with vascular integrity. People who bruise easily or have pink toothbrush from their gums bleeding a lot typically are missing those vital factors in there.
So I'm starting to feel run down, so I start pumping up the vitamin C, and I'm going to make sure that it's the true whole foods one. How much should I be taking to really help supplement my immune system?
That's a difficult question. Typically, you want to get your vitamins and nutrients from foods, from whole foods. When we can't do that, then what we want to try to do is supplement with a whole food type of product. And that's what I actually have learned, and what I carry in the office now is made strictly from a whole food substance. So even on the back labels of my product, it'll actually say 5 milligrams of ascorbic acid, but 450 milligrams of actual true vitamin C of what other factors that are in there. So that is one way of actually supplementing and boosting your immune system with the vitamin C part of it.
I take about 10,000 milligrams a day when I start feeling run down. Is that too much? Is that too little?
If it was based on the ascorbic acid being synthesized, then you probably are taking a lot.
Too much. But let's say it's the whole food. It's like eating 10 oranges?
You actually, they said that if you had, I think, 500 milligrams of true vitamin C, it'd be the size of a golf ball.
Oh.
So you want to try to get it from foods because you don't want to eat something that big, try to swallow a pill that big.
I know, but we're all on the run, so I'm going to continue taking my vitamin C because for me, psychologically, I think it works. It makes me feel better. It makes me feel like I'm boosting up my system. Now, also vitamin C has been used for skin care too. I know you're not a skincare specialist, but it's got many uses.
Part of it is the antioxidant factor. That's why. They're also again, the ascorbic acid is like the antioxidant. Again, the apple. As soon as you bite or cut into an apple, what happens to the meat inside? If you leave it out, it turns brown because of the oxidation. So that skin protects it through its antioxidant values.
Oh, great. And also antioxidants have other components too, like eating your free radicals in your blood system, as you were talking about the vascular integrity, right? Talk a little bit about antioxidants.
Antioxidants, they go around, they're like little Pac-Men. They go around and eat up all the free radicals that are in there. So as we start to age or have chemicals in our body or eat improper things, we become tired and stressed, these free radicals become more prevalent.
And vitamin C helps us prevent or boosts us up so we're not.
Yeah, the antioxidants are made up actually of A, C, E, and selenium. Those are the different.
I feel like this is a science class, but you know, we've learned so much and our time is running out, but I wanted people to know exactly how to get in touch with you. You're so interesting. I'm going to come visit you again and maybe go through a whole wellness series with you. So tell our viewers how they can get a hold of you.
You can reach me on my telephone, 508-842-4774, or my website, which should be up and running any day now. It's drcraig.net. And it's the doctor.
And you're in Shrewsbury.
Doctor is spelled D-O-C-T-O-R.
Okay.
And I'm in Shrewsbury, right on Main Street in Shrewsbury.
Well, thanks so much, Craig. And we learned a lot, and I'm going to keep taking my vitamin C, but the correct kind. Thank you very much, and we'll be right back.